ready to take your investment game to the next level? Introducing Digital Investor,
I know I
your
am.
ultimate guide to mastering the digital marketplace. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Digital Investor brings you cutting-edge game theoretical strategies, expert insights, and real-time tips and tactics to analyze, evaluate, invest and grow your wealth. Don't miss out on the digital revolution. Visit www.nickblacknex.com and start your journey with Digital Investor today.
Brandon,
Okay. Hey, what's up? Hey,
you look like you got tan, buddy.
it's been a warm weekend, man. We spent a lot of time playing some outdoor volleyball, that kind of stuff, you know?
Good times. All right.
Yeah.
I don't partake in the volleyball, but I've
The
heard some
volleyball's
people like
fun.
it.
It's
Yeah.
not bad, you know? Keeps you active, keeps you up in the air.
Yeah.
Lots of
Swimming and cleaning up after catting this weekend. Yep.
the catting. That's a busy time, isn't it?
Catting. Okay.
You,
Do we have any behind the scenes officey stuff we need to sort out first?
No, we don't have time for that crap. Well, one thing, I got some emails that I think we could address publicly.
Ooh.
I guess there's concerns that you had a falling out with Hypercycle.
People are so goddamn stupid.
Here's my thoughts on Hypercycle in general. I think nothing's changed as far as, well, I guess compute's been delayed a little bit, but nothing's changed. I think right now what they're working on is they're trying to get a team together to help sell compute to people. I think as far as the core business of Hypercycle is still working as planned, right? And so they're just trying to get compute partners to pay for compute. Nothing's changed really. Just delayed gratification, as is any invest. You know, if you invest in a private company, you usually don't see any money for 10 years, give or take. I invested in an oil company back in the day in 2009. I'm still waiting for a payment. What day is it? It was my whole net worth too at the time. Let me see.
Jesus.
It's 2025, so 16. I don't think I'm gonna see any money from it. I'll be honest. But that sucks. This is different.
No, Simon. So what's going on? I think with GMRT, that's a good question, or not really a question. A good kind of question. I know it's not. You don't think it's actually nothing goes to zero. You guys know that, right? Nothing ever actually goes to zero because there's always some token somewhere on some exchange listed for a quarter of a penny or a tenth, or Shiba Inu is less than zero, but it's not zero, right? Like it's just whatever. So I think GMRT's problem is they did their token sales, but they gave a lot of tokens away to KOLs and these people to promote it. And they didn't lock a lot of them up the way they locked up investors. Investors were locked up a lot different. But the KOLs got a bunch of tokens and they just started dumping them because they got no vested interest in it. They don't give a crap. These people these KOLs live hand to mouth. You're not going to see them in a rich Beverly Hills lavish place. No, these are hand to mouth. Just get anything I can, make it, and do another video for YouTube or Twitter, whatever. So these key opinion leaders, they dump their shit. I think it's pretty much just that. And on the other side of it, if they believe they gave a good service to GMR to the gaming company, and the gaming company gave them these tokens, on the other side of it, why wouldn't you dump them? I mean, if you live hand to mouth,
right?
Dump the tokens, make the money. So I'm not a hater on either one of them. I think the gaming company made some mistakes in the way it put their tokens out there, and the amount of maybe the amount of tokens they gave the KOLs versus what they thought they were going to get in return for that. And I don't think It's kind of like insurance. It was not a mutual exchange of service. It was a one-sided exchange of service. So I think that's what we got.
My home insurance went up 50% this year thanks to you guys.
Oh, yeah, because you're close by.
No, yeah.
Are you with State Farm?
No, Travelers.
Oh, yeah, everybody got deuced.
No, everybody's gonna do it anyway.
The Palisades got lit, and everybody else gets screwed. Okay, so GMRT. I think now. I also think that will die off because those KOLs, they'll dump all their stuff and then they'll be out. They'll no longer be a part of the ecosystem, and then hopefully the amount of people using their platform will grow faster than the amount of tokens that are being spit out, and then you would imagine the token would go the other direction. But I mean, lately token launches have been pretty terrible, just across the board. The what is the connect, what Wallet Connect one? That one did okay. Didn't it?
Let's see.
Isn't it still doing okay?
I mean, we could talk about it, but it's when did it airdrop? Like a couple months ago? Is that what it? Let me think. Wallet Connect.
What is the one that may be a part of Jupiter in the next drop?
Yeah, Wallet Connect.
Yeah.
But it airdropped. I'm trying to look when it airdropped. It was April 15th. Yeah, it did really well. So that's what's really strange about that one. When we talked about it on Wednesday, it airdropped at 40 cents and then it tripled over the next month, which is pretty good for an airdrop.
Yeah.
So it hit on May 31st, it hit $1.35.
Okay.
Today's June 2nd, right? What do you guess the price is right now?
It was $1.35 win.
So it slowly went from 40 cents to $1.35 on May 31st. What would you guess the price is today?
57 cents.
52.
Oh.
What do you why did it fall?
Because people actually found out they had the tokens in their wallets and they sold them.
Maybe they didn't know they had the tokens.
Yeah.
But people were buying that stuff up, man. Look at that drop. It's insane. People are like, what the flip? It dropped from $1.36 to like 52 cents in like less than a couple hours.
And all the founders were like, we're rich. Dude, we're rich. They're high-fiving each other. We're rich. And then like 4 minutes later, the secretary's like, Steve?
Well, that's what I couldn't understand. Steve? I put this in the chats too. I'm like, how is a token that just announced they're going to do more of an airdrop going up still? It didn't make sense to me. So I'm like, I ain't buying that crap. Anyway, good thing I didn't buy that crap at $1.30.
Someone asked, Joseph asked a pretty good question. Let's see. Thoughts on Hyperliquid. Okay. I have to steelman this because I want to attack the spammy, crappy, garbagey, bullshitty, poor econometric metrics of Hyperliquid. So that would incline me to wager some kind of garbagey straw man argument, but I don't want to be intellectually dishonest. People gamble, man. People gamble with leverage. We just saw it over the last 7 to 10 days. We just saw James Wynn spam, degen, gamble, vomit up $100 million. But what we also saw was those fees that were being collected. And it was a lot. So if gamblers gonna gamble and they're willing to pay these outrageous funding costs, then Hyperliquid probably does good. My worry, though, is, as we saw a few weeks before the James Wynn thing made us forget, that Hyperliquid got crumbled, almost brought to its knees because their math was wrong on something, and someone, instead of just exiting their position, they just let themselves be liquidated because they actually made more money by being liquidated. Hyperliquid lost, I think, in that one trade, $4.5 million. So I don't know that their math is all there yet, but that's something you can adjust, right? But they're getting so much publicity that people are going over there and gambling like freaking degens. It's like the poly market of crypto. So while I think the price is too high right now, I think there has to be some fair. I don't know what it's worth. I don't know how we. I don't even know how we imagine what it's worth, other than trying to figure out what the fees typically generated would be, and run that over the course of a year, and then do it by an industry multiplier, and then try to equate that to crypto. What would you pay for this thing, Brandon? Like, do you like Hyperliquid, and would you own it?
I like. Here's the thing. I do like dApps that are decentralized that produce a lot of revenue, and I think it does. It depends. I'm not a buyer right here. I'd wait for a fallback into the 20s, but I think that it is. I mean, it gets a lot of traction, man, especially with these guys trade. But I have to figure once James Wynn gets totally knocked out, and I know you guys think he's out, but guess what happened this morning? Anyway,
did someone loan him money to gamble again?
Dude, okay, we'll talk about this. This is funny. Since we're on the subject of Hyperliquid, guess who went long this morning with another $2 million?
What is he doing?
Your pal James. He is down $1.5 million on his trade, right?
on his $2 million on his last $2 million punt.
$2.4 million. But then he tweets. He's like, guys, listen. Right now, they're corrupt. They're trying to hunt me again, basically.
Okay.
Is this because I'm a fish playing a whale game? And then he goes out. Now he's trying the GameStop vibe. Okay, he's like, try and support me by buying Bitcoin. So now he's asking everybody to buy Bitcoin to help support him on his journey.
He's in a straight panic mode now.
It gets worse. Check this.
Oh no.
It gets worse. This was like an hour ago. If you want to fight the market making cabal, support me by sending USDC.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he's asking for handouts now. Okay.
Oh,
so
everyone will be sent 1 point. This is like a scam. This is what they do on the scams.
He's like, assuming I win, everybody will be sending one of their money back. And of course, Zach has to say, don't worry, we trust you. And then anyway, I'll show you. I don't know what that is. If you know it. Anyway. He doesn't trust him.
He does. You're a effing liar.
He doesn't trust him. But if we go to the address, at one point he had $21,000 sent to him this morning already, which is crazy.
What the hell's wrong with people?
I do not know. But he's already sent it out of this wallet, $21,000, and he's probably gonna start trading with it, because he's gonna pocket it. Who knows?
Dude, this guy is a straight DJ. And over the weekend, I read some of his tweets, and he was like, you guys think just because I lost that money that I've lost all my money? I have tons of money. I have property. Shut up, dude. You're giving hand jobs for cheeseburgers. Don't try to act like you got tons of money. This dude, man. You know what? Yes. I don't want Bitcoin to go down, but maybe just for a day. Let's just go. You know what? Let's clean everything out. Let's go touch 102. What do you say?
We talk about what Bitcoin's going to do at behind the wall, because I think there's some pretty clear signals here and a lot of stuff happening today.
So he's hoovered at 103.6, right?
Yeah, 103.6. So you know where Bitcoin's going today.
103.5.
Oh, like almost guaranteed. This poor guy. No, I don't even know how he got in.
Degenerate gambler.
How did he even get in at this high this morning? I didn't even know Bitcoin went that high, 106.
He got the high of the day.
As soon as he went in, yeah.
Oh my God! Look, I'm going to show you something. Look,
okay.
Here. See that one spike?
That's where he got in?
That's where he got in.
Oh boy.
And also, this is reverse. You got to reverse it in your mind. We're over. We're over here. We're here now.
Yeah, I see it.
This was like 1 minute. It was 1 minute. Jeez. He got in the work. This guy's dumber than a box full of hair.
Crayons.
He's dumber than a box full of hair.
That's pretty bad, dude. That was an unfortunate grab, wasn't it? That was an unfortunate grab.
You know why I want this dude to lose? If you just see the snarky way he answers questions, like in his mind, he thinks he's like some uber rich whale, like, oh, I go around in these circles with people. You can't even imagine the kind of things I've seen. I know what you've seen. Red. You've seen red. All you see, this guy. But you know what? He's still doing better than some other guys that I'm going to talk about in the news.
Yeah. This guy, I guess there's a guy that is counter trading him and doing quite well. So.
Oh, yeah. That guy's up a couple $1 million, isn't he?
Oh, well, it depends how much he's counter trading with. I didn't see his account.
I think he's up he's up several $1 million.
Well, there you go. That's a win.
But it's bad. Like, the problem is that dude, James Wynn doesn't know anything. It's pretty clear he knows nothing about markets. He doesn't even have, look, not only does he know nothing about markets, he doesn't even understand, like, minute by minute what's going on. He has no trucking clue what he's looking at. None. Like, might as well be a sixth grader there just stabbing buttons on a computer. That's how clueless he is. But people were like, oh, he's the new Kramer, right? The inverse, he's the inverse BTC. But the problem with that is that Kramer at least understands the markets. He just gets it wrong. This dude understands not the markets. He doesn't understand trading. He doesn't understand anything. He YOLO'd into Pepe. It worked out because he got lucky, and he's been losing ever since. Just losing in grand fashion. Anyway,
you're not wrong.
Did you know? I want you to guess. Okay, let's have a little pop quiz. Everyone here guess. How much has the U.S. government lost by having sold all of that seized Bitcoin that they had?
Oh, man. I want to say around 20 billion.
21 billion.
21 billion.
They even make the Germans look like less of losers. Now, in the grand scheme of things, is 21 billion anything in the U.S. when they print $489 million a day?
No.
Probably not.
That's 50 days of printing. 50 days.
It's nothing. And when the debt service is... anyway, we shouldn't even get into that because that'll just make everyone depressed on a Monday. It's already well past unsustainable. So it's not a big deal, but it is kind of interesting just when you look back. So 12 years ago, hardcore Bitcoin users begged developers to nuke coins held in a U.S. government wallet captured from Silk Road. Oh, by the way, old Ross, he still had wallets, right? Silk Road wallets.
Oh yeah, he's laundering the money through them.
Yeah,
you see how he's doing it
to the tune of many hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, you know it.
Once a piece of shit, always a piece of shit. And people were sending him money. Oh, we want to help you get back on your feet. And this guy's such a piece of crap. He's auctioning off his this is my prison ID. This is a painting I did while I was in prison. All this kind of stuff. He's auctioning all this stuff off. 50,000 here, $1 million there.
Yeah, that's how he's laundering his money.
No, but he has I think $400 million worth of Bitcoin in these wallets that they basically traced directly to him.
Oh boy.
So the fact that he's taking money, like when people gave him several $100,000 when he got out of prison, like, hey, let's get you back on your feet. What a piece of shit. He should have at least said, no. I'm not taking money from anyone. You know what I mean? I wouldn't feel right. So that now, when we know he has $500 million of illegal bullshit, ill-gotten gains, we wouldn't feel like we do right now. Fucking piece of shit. That dude, man. Ross is our hero. Why? Because he tried to murder his best friend and got away with it and got pardoned? We love him. Fuck that dude. Anyway, so they were basically begging. At the time this all going down and the government seized that Silk Road Bitcoin, a bunch of people were like, kill those wallets. Don't let these dudes get this Bitcoin, which, of course. In March, the White House quietly ordained those same confiscated coins part of a new strategic Bitcoin reserve, which is good. They even, at one point, back when this happened, there was calls for a censorship fork. Again, so that the government couldn't just dump these tokens. But between 2014 and 2023, again, pre-Trump, the U.S. Marshal Service auctioned 195,000 Bitcoin for 366 million bucks. At today's price of 105,000, well, for James Wynn, 106,000. For the rest of us, 104,000. The lot would fetch more than $20.4 billion. Cynthia Loomis calls this missed upside deeply troubling. And the Germans were like, see, they do it too. They are stupid too. We are all stupid. You're like, yes, you guys are all stupid. But they're bureaucrats. And I have a hard time blaming bureaucrats for being bureaucrats. They don't know anything. That's why they're in government service. Did you want to go hang out with the kids that were in city council at your school? No.
What? Yes. No.
Something very heavy and metal just popped. Anyway.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm going to go check that out in a second. But anyway, long story short, first sale was in 2014 of $29,657. Sorry, no. 29,657 Bitcoin seized for Silk Road wallets that was liquidated for 18.7 million. That would be 3.1 billion now. Each subsequent disposal has looked progressively smaller. By 2023, a barely $10,000 coin transfer didn't even nudge prices. So that's good. The DOJ had received clearance. Oh, I bet they're pissed. To sell 69,370 Bitcoin seized, and they were going to be able to sell it in January, but Trump stepped in and stepped on that. He was like, nope, no. So the new executive order instructs the Treasury and other Department of Justice to consolidate approximately 198,000 Bitcoins still in federal custody and hold them for national resilience and fiscal optionality. The UK quietly holds 61,000 Bitcoin. Go on. China has 194,000 Bitcoin. El Salvador has 6,000 coins. So there you go. So although I don't think El Salvador is dumping their coins, matter of fact, they're thumbing their nose at the international community that's basically lent them money. What is it? Not the World Bank, but the Bank of International Settlements or whatever. Or, somebody loaned them this big loan they needed, and they said, but the deal is it's contingent upon El Salvador not buying more Bitcoin. And they were like, cool. And on the same day, they were like buying more Bitcoin. So like,
yeah, they didn't give a crap, did they?
No. And there's nothing those guys can do. And then the other thing I was going to talk about before we go high on the wall is Goldman Sachs. You know how I love Goldman Sachs.
Oh, I know. You tell me we get on a call. You're like, first things first. My love for Goldman Sachs has grown.
Yeah. And we know that all of the people that come out of Goldball Sachs, they're all solid individuals. Novogratz and Raoul Pal and, those kind of like real class acts, the ones that completely disintegrate their fund or they get fired from Goldman Sachs. Oh, well, sorry, they don't get fired. They part ways to pursue other things after being told to resign, or they get fired, or they just got fired. Then they go start a fund and then they destroy that fund because they don't know how to manage money. So they get booted again. Which actually happened to both of those guys. Except that with Raoul, he was just bad at money. I don't think Raoul, he didn't have like a drug thing like Novogratz did. Like Novogratz, he liked the fire water. So anyway, then they go and open up another shop. Raoul opened up a garbagey platform called Real Vision, where they lie to their people and sell them bullshit. And they're on the inside of it and gets away with it. I don't know how, because, that's right, he's in a non-extradition country. And then Novogratz, who was here in the U.S., he had to go open up Galaxy Digital outside the U.S. because no one in the U.S. trusted him because he had already destroyed his own fund. This is the kind of genius. Oh, and by the way, that guy, I think they lose $290 to $300 million a quarter. Go invest in Galaxy Digital. See how far that gets you. So anyway... this is the kind of, good quality alumni that Goldman Sachs produces. But for those of you that are more historical in nature, a Goldman Sachs banker has been sentenced to prison for his role in a $4.5 billion ransack of a Malaysian state investment fund. I don't know if you guys remember hearing about this one. Got so high that they were thinking they might go after, like, I think was it Lloyd Blankfein was in charge at that time. They're like, they might go all the way up and go after him. These guys stole so much money from the Malaysian government, it got the Malaysian president thrown in prison. By the way, this guy who was orchestrating all this, I think you're going to agree that he definitely got the time equal to the amount of damage he did. So let me just go into it. Let's see. Ex-Goldman Sachs banker is reportedly being sentenced to prison for his role in the massive $4.5 billion theft. Anybody here steal anything worth $4.5 billion? How much time do you think that would get you? Well, let's see. It got, 25, 26, 28 years for bank run fraud chicken. Mashinsky got 12 years. So you see what kind of area many billions of dollars gets you, right? Unless you're with Goldman Sachs and you're one of those scumbags, because their little fucking tendrils run pretty deep, I guess. Prosecutors say that Leisner and others, many others, who work for the banking giant aided Malaysia in raising $6.5 billion for the nation's investment fund through bond sales. However, $4.5 billion of those funds were straight up stolen, laundered via bribes and kickbacks, and used to purchase luxury goods and fund extravagant lifestyles. Brandon, how many extravagant lifestyles can be funded with $4.5 billion in stolen money?
All of them. Like all of the everyone here could have
an extravagant lifestyle.
All of them.
Yeah. All. I guess the answer is all.
Yeah, all. I'm done.
The scandal was far-reaching and led to the downfall of the Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak in 2018, who was later convicted of crimes connected to the scheme and sentenced to 12 years in prison. And this was the president of Malaysia. So the president of the country got 12 years in the slammer. This guy, wait till you see what they threw. They threw the book at him. Leisner is due to report to prison on September 15th. It's a good thing that it all comes down to just this one guy, right? Nobody else. No one at Goldman Sachs. This guy, right? He pleaded guilty in 2018 to bribing officials in Malaysia and Abu Dhabi. He did say he was sorry. He said, what we did was unequivocally wrong, and I take full responsibility for my role. I deeply regret my actions, and if I could turn back time, I'd undo them without hesitation. So listen, they didn't let him off. He got a $44 million fine, which makes sense because they stole $4.5 billion, right? So they stole $4.5 billion. He's the only person that's going to go to jail. $4.5 billion. He paid a $44 million fine. Carry the one. Okay, cool. So like 1 basis point is what he's paying, of the damage. And then they did give him 24 months. 24 months. They gave him 2 years. And then supervised release. 2 years. Man.
Good.
So justice was served, you guys.
Yeah.
Justice was served.
Well, now you know where it sits, I guess, huh?
Oh, man. Anyway, okay, so there you go. Goldman Sachs. So, yeah, that's what I got. All right.
All right.
What are we going to talk about when we get behind the... How's
we got some. Hey, he's doing what he's doing. Okay. I got more already. He just sent Andrew Tate some moon pig, about $700,000 worth.
Wait, what?
He sent Andrew Tate some moon pig, $700,000 worth.
Why?
I don't know, Nick. I don't know. He literally sent you could sell it right now for $700,000. He sent it to his wallet.
Well, and the other thing too is like Andrew Tate's, he's a pretty cool dude, I guess. I mean, you guys know he's going to prison with his brother for like kidnapping, extortion, slavery, drug charge. You guys know this, right?
All this stuff. So, but he just sent him So this is really odd behavior. Literally $700,000 worth of moon. I don't care what it is. It's 700 grand. He just
Yeah.
sent away. It's like nothing.
So did he make Moonpig? Is that what it is? That's his meme coin?
I think he helped CTO it. I don't think he made it, but he he bought into it. I don't know, dude.
Is it giving it to Tate because Tate might talk about it?
I
And
don't. Yeah,
that's
probably.
the audience that they're really after.
But Tate, he won't. He does not do that with anything sent to him. He just either dumps it or burns it. He'll burn it. Tate will burn it. He will burn the money. Like he's done this before. He's burnt like of his own token. He burnt like I want to say $4 or $5 million worth. He just burnt it. These guys are really interesting people.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
Oh, I cannot get in the psychological. Like you would think $4 or $5 million that's liquid, I wouldn't burn. In any world would I burn it.
These dudes aren't that rich. I say that because I mean,
Andrew Tate, he has some money.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough money to burn $4 million whenever he wants.
He did. He burnt it.
I think these guys know they're going to prison, and they're like, "Who cares?"
Maybe I know. Let's get in. Then we got some stuff to talk. We got some Ethereum stuff to talk about, some Jupiter stuff to talk about.
I don't know. It's weird. Dude, I had a dream. Yeah, I had a dream the other night, and then we'll go behind the wall. I had a dream that I was like in a 40x trade, just because we've been talking about it all week.
Oh wow!
And in the dream, someone was like, "It's all gone." I was like, "What do you mean?"
Oh yeah, well, it wasn't a dream. That's real.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was me. And I was like, oh no, it's all gone. What? I don't understand. How did I get into this? They're like, you did it, 40x. You had, and I was like, what did I do? They're like, you took 40x leverage on Ethereum. I was like, what? Like, yeah. And then they're like, Ethereum's $1,400 now. So I guess I owed money. I was like beyond, like I owed money. I was like indentured servitude or something. I was like, oh man, this is a terrible dream. I was like running away from monsters to get to my computer to open it up and see how far over leveraged I was. It was like the nun was holding a laptop, and I was like, "Bitch, you better give me that." You know, the one, like the dark, creepy one.
Yeah.
That kills you. I don't even know how they kill you. She didn't even like do anything. She's just there and you die. Like she touches you or something. She doesn't like do anything.
Maybe this is this a war? Is this don't do 40x leverage, or is this like you're signed to do 40x leverage? Just to
I'm not doing no damn leverage. No. No, it's just all this talking about James Wynn and all this stuff. But there's this class of people that are these weird, degenerate, quasi-crook people that's why crypto looks so bad. So I get it. Like, you know, Elizabeth Warren is the ultimate Karen. But I do see where someone that doesn't really get the technology side of it would look at crypto and go, what a bunch of clowns.
I agree.
What a bunch of crooks.
I agree.
Of course, you also have to go look at Goldman Sachs. What a bunch of crooks. And they basically run most of like Wall Street. So the whole thing's crooked. All of money is crooked. That's all I have to say.
That's all.
And no, I didn't have a fallout with Hypercycle, but I did scream at but I did yell at a bunch of people and say, we're not delivering on what the promise was.
That's true.
And even if we are, we're delivering a year late. So you can understand why people would be frustrated. And you know what? They sat there kind of nodding because it's true. There's not really much you can say. Yes, we are behind on launching compute. People are not making money on their node licenses.
That's true.
There's not much they could say to that. But I felt like it was necessary to do some venting. Brandon did some venting too, but my venting was better because it had profanity.
I had crappy venting.
Okay, real quick. Do you guys recommend borrowing against your crypto to buy options? Yes. You don't borrow to buy options, you degen.
Wait, what?
You would never buy options. You would sell them. That's like saying, can I take out money against my house and go to Vegas and gamble? No. Well, you can, but don't do it. Don't be a James Wynn. Winners don't win. Winners aren't win. Win is not a winner.
Win is not synonymous with winning anymore.
Win is not winning. To win is not to be winning. Well, we're gonna workshop that. All right. Let's get behind the wall. We're gonna work on it. It's gonna get good. You'll see. Oh, you'll see.
Yes.
You'll see. You'll all be sorry.
Oh, you'll see.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow, and manage your portfolio like a pro. Join us now.